This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. I have with me Don Walford from TRXO. It's a publicly traded company and the symbol is TRXO. Don, welcome to SNNLive.
Shelley, thanks for having me on.
It's good to see you, I got to tell you.
Again.
Let's start out with an overview of the company, if you would.
We're a primarily Wyoming properties oil and gas company. We are focused on conventional vertical wells around the Casper area. We've recently made some acquisitions that give us a very substantial piece of tertiary oil development, which is CO2 development. And we're about 2 years old, and we're very experienced staff, 6 or 8 highly experienced professionals.
So when it comes to oil and gas, we like to talk about reserves, we like to talk about production, and we like to talk about acquisition of properties, usually contiguous areas. Can you comment on that?
In no particular order.
No particular order.
We haven't focused, because of the oil price, on our production. We've focused on accumulating reserves in the ground. To wit, we have about 4 or 5 million barrels of PUDs, which is proved undeveloped in the Bighorn Basin. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 million barrels of tertiary oil that we've located near Casper that we bought, and we are actively working now on an acquisition that will give us another 150 million barrels of tertiary and 5 or 10 million barrels of primary production.
Generally, there's other companies, usually elephants, in big basins. So are you in an area where there are other big companies producing oil now?
Yes. The field was started in 1918. Around about 100 years ago, by the big boys, Conoco and those kind of guys. Right now, north of us, KKR has funded a large CO2 project in Salt Creek. Allegheny, the reinsurer, New York Stock Exchange symbol Y, they've just purchased Teapot Dome, which is very near us, very an analog to what we're doing. Lots of the current big boys are around in the neighborhood, but not our immediate neighborhood. But those guys are big enough.
We're halfway through 2016, going towards 17. Oil seems to have stabilized, even risen. Where do you think production's going to be? Tell me what you can, without, telling me what you can't. So if you would.
I follow that. We should, with what we have, we're projecting that we'll be at 600 barrels a day by the end of this summer, this drilling season, which starts now, over the next couple of weeks.
Now, did you do all of this through acquisition?
We did acquire this. The key to the CO2 tertiary recovery is having the CO2. No one else figured it out. We figured it out. We have the CO2 under contract, so we can develop the tertiary assets. No one else could. No one else figured it out. As to the current wells, they're conventional and vertical, and they average 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 feet. They're run-of-the-mill stuff that we make pretty good money on, from anywhere from $35 a barrel on up. At 51 barrels, $52 a barrel today, we make very good money.
Talk to me about management.
We have 5 or 6 founders. Some guys were helping us on the outside, but we have every area covered. We have geophysics covered very strong. We have geology absolutely first rate. We have finance and securities experience. That'd be me. Well covered. We're a public company. We have legal in-house, 40-year experienced oil and gas attorney. We have accounting very well covered. We have Land. Land is a key component. Very experienced land people can make or break an entire oil company. We have a 30-year experienced person who's just great. We have a landowner who owns most of the surface of almost all of our reserves. He owns his family owns a 95,000 acre ranch that most of this production is underneath. We have one of the best drillers in Wyoming. One of the key contract drillers in all of Wyoming is just joined us. And we have ops, which is, they call them pumpers, but we have operations guys that are in their 50s that have been doing this since they were 10 years old. I mean, we are very, very well staffed.
What's your background?
I started in the brokerage business in 1967 on Wall Street, and I've been in the brokerage business most of the time till I was 50. Then I did clinical medicine for about 10 years, and then I went back to investment banking at 60, which was 10 years ago, and I've been working in public companies until this one for others, and this one I became the CEO and developed my own partners.
Let's get some more information out there, if you would. Let's give your website to our investor audience.
So our website is t-rexoilinc.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Don Walford, T-Rex Oil. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is TRXO. I'm Shelly Craft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. Don, it's a pleasure to see you.
Thanks, Shelly.
You got it.
See ya.